Good morning, friends. Welcome to the Monday Morning Quiz edition 21, MMQ-21, dated the 21st March 2022. 3 days ago, we had the opportunity to celebrate Walter Schuart's birthday, the 131st birthday of Walter Schuart. And so I thought I'll give this edition of the quiz on control chart. So there are 3 questions on control chart. And here we go with question number 1 on control chart. So here's the first question for MMQ number 21, dated the 21st March 2022. Question number 1. Have a look at this control chart, which has been popped up by the SQC Pack software from PQ Systems. So the question to you is the chart stable as per the AIAG rules for chart interpretation, right? So there are many rules on which people interpret charts, and what the question specifically talks about is follow the AIAG rules. I'm sure some of you from other sectors, the automotive industry, we follow AIAG, but there are some others who follow the AT&T rules, the Duncan rules, the Durand rules, Western Electric rules, and in healthcare, you have a different set of rules. But this quiz is all about how do we interpret based on the guidelines given in the AIAG, okay, AIAG SPC edition manual. So AIAG rules is what you need to look at. So is this chart stable as per the AIAG rules for chart interpretation? So there are 2 parts to this question. So the first, so in the Google form, so we have actually allowed for a long answer. So long text answer is what you see in the Google form. So what I want you to do is answer the first part, whether is it stable or unstable, right? So if you say stable, then type stable and put a dot. If you say unstable, then say unstable and put a dot. So that's the first part of the question. The second part of the question is, if your answer is unstable, okay? So if your answer for the first part is unstable, then you need to give me a reason. Why do you say so? Okay, so that's also very important. Okay, so if it is stable, you don't have to do anything. But if it is unstable in your opinion, so I want you to give me why do you say it is unstable? Probably, a description in 1 sentence, one small sentence. I don't need an essay there. One small sentence as to why do you feel it is unstable based on the AIAG rules of interpretation. So that's question number 1. Question number 2, a very similar question. So this time I've given you just the individuals chart. So in the previous slide, I showed you an individuals moving range chart. This time it's just an individuals chart, again from the software SQC Pack from PQ Systems. Similar question, is this individual control chart stable as per the AIAG rules for chart interpretation? Give reason if it is unstable. So very similar pattern of question. Only thing is the clue is different. So have a closer look at the chart and then give your answer. So moving on to question number 3. Okay, so this is again on chart interpretation, but a little different type of question. This is a P chart, again generated from SQC Pack. A P chart is what I have on the screen. So have a closer look at all the information provided on this software output. And the question here is different because obviously, you see some special causes on this chart. So the question is not about whether it is stable or unstable. So the question is a little different here. Okay, so from the information that is provided in this particular output, I want you to tell me, find the number of bad special causes in this P chart. Okay, so you need to count the number of bad special causes in this chart. So question number 3, it's only a short answer where I'm expecting you to give me only a number. Okay, so there are no text. So don't give me a text answer for question 3. So question 1 and 2, there are 2 parts to the question. and it is a text answer. So the first part is to say whether it is stable or unstable. The second part is if it is unstable, giving the reason. Question number 3, you only count. So you look at the slide and you're going to count the number of bad special causes in this particular chart, in this particular P chart, and then just enter that number. So that's it for the quiz questions. Now the next part of the video, as always, is explanation of the previous edition of MMQ, which is MMQ number 20, dated 7th March 2022. This was a quiz on histograms and normal distribution, right? So this was the question that we asked. In fact, it's a very live example that I gave. So this is the average daily sales at the Bombay Stan Kilpak outlet in Chennai, and the number was given as 20,148 during the last 3 months. The last 3 months data that we analyzed. So the question is that I gave you the histogram of those last 3 months data, and the histogram also had a few other information. Now the question that I asked you was what percentage of the days the daily sales could go greater than 37,204. So this is a direct application of the normal curve interpretation. So in a normal curve, plus minus 1 standard deviation will account for 68.26% of the population. Plus minus 2 standard deviation will account for 95.44% of the population. And plus minus 3 standard deviation will account for 99.73% of the population. So that's the property of normal curve. And that is what we need to apply. So obviously this, the shareholders of this outlet, they wanted to know 37,204 is a fantastic sale for a day in an outlet. And generally, these guys get it during the weekends, Fridays and Saturdays, they have some big sales. And as a businessman, they wanted to know for how many days I will get that. What percentage of the times that I will be able to hit sales greater than 37,204, which is a good day sale. So obviously, I think, using the normal curve rule, so we can work it out. So 37,204, if you look at the histogram, it is plus 3 standard deviation value. So for this data, the plus 3 standard deviation line is at 37,204. So what does this management wants to know is how much percentage will I get higher than 37,204, which means 100 minus 99.73. So as I told you earlier, plus minus 3 standard deviation will account for 99.73% of the population. So 100 minus 99.73 is 0.27. Okay, so you will definitely understand that 0.27, there are 2 parts to it. Okay, one part, one half of 0.27 is above plus 3 sigma, and the other half of 0.27 comes below minus 3 sigma, right? So 100 minus 99.73 divided by 2 is the answer. So 0.27% divided by 2, which is 0.135% times. So the probability, 0.135% times the daily sale of this Bombay Stan Kilpak outlet will go above 37,204. Okay, so this is about 62% of the respondents got this answer correctly. Moving on to question 2, similar question. The only difference is the condition. So what percentage of the days the daily sales could go lesser than 8,777? So obviously the management is also concerned about, how much percentage of the times I will probably hit below the break-even point maybe. Okay, so your daily management cost of this particular outlet could be around 8,700 and odd rupees. So that's why they wanted to know, so are there any chances that I will not be able to hit even a break even? So what percentage? So if you look at this histogram, 8,777 is the minus 2 sigma value, right? So again, using the normal curve statistics, like plus minus 2 standard deviation will account for 95.44% of the population. So if it is 100 minus 95.44, you'll get 4.56. Again, using the same logic of the symmetric curve. So one half is on the upper side and the other half is on the lower side. So 4.56 divided by 2 will be 2.28%. So 2.28% days, your sales will go less than 8,777. So 62% again got this, of the respondents got this answer also correctly. So moving on to the third question that I asked in the previous quiz, very similar question. This time we wanted to know how much percentage of the time that the daily sales could go greater than 25,834. Okay, so 25,000 is a kind of a management target that they have set as a daily target. This has been given to the sales team that you must somehow manage 25,000. I know how much, sale of 25,000 every day. So they wanted to know how much percentage the sales they will get above 25,834. So if you look at this histogram, plus 1 standard deviation account is the value for 25,834. So from the normal curve, plus minus 1 standard deviation accounts for 68.26% of the population. So 100 minus 68.26 is 31.74% of the population. So that divided by 2, applying the same logic of plus side and minus side. So you get 15.87%. So 15.87% of the times they will actually, this is a very stringent target that the management has set, but they are currently at about 15.87% of the times they will hit above the target. And that's when probably they're given some incentives and things like that. So correct responses is 69%. 69% of the respondents got this question correctly, right? And now this has been a wonderful quiz. Actually, we had more number of responses and also more number of people giving correct answers for all the 3 questions. But as always, the fastest fingers first. So the top 3, the winners of MMQ-20 on histograms and normal distribution, these are the 3 gentlemen who got these answers correctly. They're the first to get that correctly. So Mr. Gulam Khatri, Manager Quality Assurance, CET Limited, Vadodara, and Mr. Rajkumaran G, Manager Process Excellence of Ashok Leyland, Chennai, and Mr. Sugumar Pugarendi, Assistant Manager, Intersnack Cashew, Tuticorin. Okay, so it's interesting to have winners on, they are, from different sectors, from the tire, representing the tire industry, representing an automotive OEM, a truck maker, and also somebody who's into food processing. And I think, the quiz is on the Bombistan outlet, and you have somebody from food processing industry winning the quiz. And that's the beauty of MMQ-20. MMQ is all about, involving quality professionals, improvement professionals from all sectors participating. So that's the beauty. So although, knowing me, many people will probably expect more examples from the auto industry, but, of late, I've, tried to look at interesting examples from other industries. And we want, quality is for, every sector. So we want everybody, whether from manufacturing or service, to participate. And, MMQ-21 also, I expect big numbers in responses. I think even from the very first day itself, the winners could be decided. We don't know. That's how it happened here for the previous quiz. So we are trying to make it more easier and conceptually, testing it. And as again, the same message, it's not important. Winning is good, but winning is not the only objective. But the objective is to understand the tools better, interpret them better, and use them better to improve productivity and quality in the respective organization. Okay, so I also congratulate the other winners. I think there were a few more winners from, Rane Brake Linings and Jagdish, Praxar continues to win. But these are the top 3, so they receive the gift voucher from Bombistan outlet and Amazon. So those who are from Chennai, you get the Bombistan voucher. Those who are from outside Chennai, you get the Amazon gift card. I go through these 1,000. So congratulations once again to the winners. And that's it for now. So I know this is going to be a very busy week for most of you at work, because I mean, year end is fast approaching, and you will probably be running around to get your production targets out or sales targets out. But I think this quiz, this MMQ-21 quiz, is all about very simple control charting. So if you probably open the Google form, look at the YouTube video, and probably it will take about 5 minutes for you to decide these three answers. So take your time. I know amidst your busy schedules of year-end pressure, take your time, but respond to this quiz. So take care. Bye for now. This is Nanda signing off for the Monday Morning Quiz, episode 21. Thanks for watching this video.